Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Sohum Reactions. Peace, love, and positivity to you. Today, we're going to be checking out two more Geoff Castellucci covers, one from a few years ago and one that just recently came out. We're first going to check out Ghost Riders in the Sky, then jump into Bad Bad Leroy Brown. As always, it is an immense pleasure when we get to react to Geoff on the channel. Geoff is the bass singer. If you guys know any other bass singers, let me know, because certainly I'll check them out. But at this point, like, there's no real list that I have. It's just Geoff, and then, you know, all the different versions of Geoff that we've experienced now over the, I believe, year plus that we've been listening to voice play and Geoff Castellucci. Now I'm curious. I'm going to find the very first voice play reaction I did. Okay, according to my handy dandy master reaction sheet, my first reaction was to Valhalla Calling back in February of 2025. So I am now 16 months deep into this rabbit hole. I've had the time of my life. You guys have been such a joy to share my experiences with. Truly, like, there's no other community like the voice players, like the Geoff Castellucci lovers. So I appreciate every single one of you, and with that said, I'm excited to check these songs out today. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Flashing lights. Nope. A very Western vibe.
An old cowboy went riding out one dark and windy day.
Look at him, he's just like standing in in the void.
Upon a ridge he rested as he went along his way.
Show off that range.
All at once a mighty herd of red-eyed cows he saw plowing through the ragged skies and up the cloudy draw.
Do. That's such a low note, man. Do, but then an octave lower.
Their brains were still on fire and their hooves were made of steel.
We got, God, my fashion knowledge is low. We have, two-piece Geoff, then we have trench coat, three-piece Geoff, then we've got in black Geoff with the belt buckle, so belt buckle Geoff for real. No, but the other one has belt buckle. Okay, no, he's just black Geoff. Then we've got like Southern Rancher Geoff, and then we've got, oh, what is the fifth Geoff? I don't know how to describe these Geoffs. The fifth one is like the most ghostly looking figure. Like, he would be in Westworld. That fifth Geoff is in Westworld.
Burns were still on fire and their hooves were made of steel. Their horns were black and shiny and their hot breath he could feel. Oh, yeah. A bolt of fear went through him as they thundered through the sky, for he saw the riders coming hard and he heard their mournful cry.
Piercing blue eyes. It's like the Night King.
Ghost riders in the sky.
Kick drum is everything here. You know, something that I didn't realize was typical of like a Western sounding song is this like intermittent chime that we hear. It's one thing to have this like moving like clean guitar melody and then the strumming underneath. Those two are kind of obvious tells. The lesser discussed element, I think, is the chime. It's kind of like the spur on the boot.
Their faces gaunt, their eyes were blurred, their shirts all soaked with sweat. He's riding hard to catch that herd, but he ain't caught 'em yet, no.
Oh. Yeah, that was a beautiful harmony.
As they ride on to their crowd. As they ride on to their...
I love that melody.
As they ride on to their crowd.
Nice. Oh, nice.
As the riders sloped on by him, he heard one call his name.
Alright, the whistles are in. Also very Western.
Cowboy, change your ways today, or with us you will ride, trying to catch the devil's herd across these endless skies. Yippee-yi-oh,
It's such a vibe.
Ghost riders in the
Those three pitches.
Ghost riders in the sky.
When you hear the clopping in the distance, thunder crashing. Such a perfect song. It's so like self-enclosed too. Like you could just have this song on as a standalone and it's perfect. The fact that we get more Geoff songs is just like the bonus. I love the melody too. Like the melody definitely establishes itself for me by the time we hit the second chorus. I think if I'm like remembering correctly now, the first moment where they were all singing together was like after the or maybe during the second chorus or after the second chorus. It felt like there was a bit of a delay between the main Geoff and all the other Geoffs that I've noted. Actually all five singing together. There was definitely lead Geoff for a while on his own, then the four behind him taking their shots at the spotlight, but finally when they all like emerged at once, that is when like the song for me hit the next level. And then by the time we hit the third chorus with all of the melodic development and the little nuances that are being added, the song for me just becomes a 10 out of 10. So weirdly enough, it's a bit of a slow burn up front, and then after the second chorus, like there's like a discontinuous jump in just how good it is, and then you're at this like 100 out of a 100 rating right by the end. And I feel like because that's the trajectory for the way I experienced this one, this song has infinite loopability. You could just replay it again from the very beginning and not feel like you had your fill. Even though like one full listen is satiating, I still want to like hear that melody again. I guess we should just do that. Why not? Let's go back to the chorus there. Those three notes are like the main melodic motif that we keep returning to.
He's riding hard to catch that
still in the second verse, it's like a bit of a call and response. And then the four Geoffs together, but still we don't have lead Geoff for real. The intro of the acoustic texture was real nice too. It was a great entry for that.
Cowboy, change your ways today, or with us you will ride, trying to catch the devil's herd across these endless skies.
The gradual layering of the kick drum, then each vocal into that beat is just majestic. So many good melodies at once.
Ghost riders in the sky.
I don't know about you guys, but the second time around, this flew by for me. Yeah, this is a phenomenal track. I definitely feel like Geoff is at his best when he's in this kind of like. Is it just Western though? He does good zombie, he does good pirate. It's hard to say a best, you know? Like as much as I want to use all the superlatives out there, like everything we've heard from his discography has just delivered time and time again. And of course, by extension, everything we've heard in voice play. But like this song as a standalone is just so good. I don't listen to a lot of like Western themed music in general, but there's an album that I would like to direct your attention to. I think you guys would enjoy it. Look up I did a reaction to this album. Look up Long Lost by Lord Huron. If you can type in Lord Huron reaction, it's probably one of the few that come up on YouTube, being mine. Definitely like a Western themed kind of sad boy album. I think it's such a vibe, and you know, hearing this track just melodically, I was getting reminded repeatedly of Lord Huron. If any of you happen to know them and there's like a crossover in fandoms, put it in the comments. That would be really fun to know. And kind of as a side note, before we jump into the next song, I think it's really amazing whenever there are like crossovers between fandoms, because you guys see, like, I react to like everything on this channel. It brings me tremendous joy, but oftentimes, you know, the fandoms will remain like disconnected. You know, if you see like a voice play reaction, you're immediately going to click on that, versus like if I react to like a Deep Purple, for example. Those are two different worlds. But, you know, my hopes on this channel is to kind of bridge some of these gaps, and as you are sharing and exposing me to some amazing music, that I can do the same with you all. But let's jump into the next track. This is the most recent Geoff release. This came out on June 12th. So Bad Boy Leroy Brown. Percussive.
Well, the south side of Chicago
there's a
is
rattle.
The baddest part of town. And if you go down there, you better just be aware of a man named Leroy Brown. Yeah. Now Leroy more than trouble. You see, he stand about 6'4", and all the downtown ladies call him treetop lover. All the men just call him
5 stools,
sir.
but only 3 Geoff. Why 5 stools, but not 5 Geoff? 5 Geoff.
Now Leroy, he a gambler, and he like his fancy clothes.
Oh, that is a rich
And
harmony.
he likes to wave his diamond rings in front of everybody's nose. That's right. He got a custom Continental. He got an Eldorado too.
He got a 32 gun in his pocket for fun.
He got a razor in his shirt. And his dad.
Shoo. That's even lower than the pitch we had before. We were here before. So a low E. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. All these Geoffs are the same Geoff in terms of fashion. Oh, this is more country Geoff. The previous was more Western Geoff.
He got a 32 gun in his pocket for fun.
cast his eyes upon her, and the trouble soon began.
Wow, it's subtle there, but he actually is in his higher register.
Girl named Doris, and knew that girl looked nice. Oh, well, he cast his eyes upon her, and the trouble soon began.
And Leroy Brown, he learned a lesson about messing with the wife of a jealous man.
You know what I'm noticing now that we just have the easy juxtaposition of Ghost Riders in the Sky and Bad Boy, bad Leroy Brown. The lushness in Geoff's harmonies nowadays are so well woven. Like, it's hard to describe just how warm all of his voices together feel this time around, as opposed to what we had with Ghost Riders in the Sky. And there's nothing wrong with the harmonies there, but somehow the way his voices are coming together, they just feel so much more compatible. It could have something to do with the mixing, and I'm no like production engineer. I like know as much as I know to like put my own few tracks and demos together. This sounds like they're just perfectly blended together. Like, I can hardly pick out the pitches that are being sung here because of just how well woven they all are.
Whoa, it's bad Leroy Brown, the baddest man in the whole damn town. Battling old King Kong, but meaner than a junkyard dog. Leroy Brown, the baddest man in the whole damn town. Battling old King Kong,
meaner than a junkyard dog. Well, the two men got to fighting, but when they pulled them from the floor,
Leroy Brown looked like a jigsaw puzzle with
a couple of pieces gone.
And it's bad Leroy Brown, the baddest man in the whole damn town.
I love the scratchiness and the strumming, by the way. It's very percussive.
Meaner than a junkyard dog.
Yeah, he's bad.
Leroy Brown, the baddest man in the whole damn town. Badder than old King Kong, and meaner than a junkyard dog.
Yeah, bad.
There was a voice in there that reminded me a lot of Ellie.
Baddest man in the whole damn town. Badder than old King Kong,
That high one.
in the whole damn town. Badder than old King Kong, and meaner than a junkyard dog.
Oh, crash the glass.
King Kong.
Meaner than a junkyard dog.
Well, Friday about a week ago, Leroy shooting dive. And at the edge of the bar,
That was the BTS.
Doris. Ooh, that girl looked nice. Isn't that funny that her name is Doris?
Yeah.
Hey y'all, Geoff here. Thanks for watching and subscribing. You're the best. If you'd like to join the names scrolling across your screen, get early access to new music and videos, hang out in a video chat with me, merch drops, and much, much more, head on over to Patreon and sign up today. You can even sign up for free. Special thanks goes out to Halder Draco, Blue Raven, Carl and Melanie Thomas, Jazzy UK, Debs Badger, Diane Holland, Jordy S., Juliana Livingston, Lori Templeman, Maria Almeida, Patricia Schumann, Rev Jesse, Sarah O., Sylvie, Tama Krempley, and Asa M. Brun Lagnestall. Thanks again for watching.
That last name was
See
hard.
you soon.
It's a very percussive track. Like, that's the way we started. I was kind of envisioning the, you know, those like boxes that people will like wrap their fingers on and they'll play something percussive. Sometimes, like, if you're roaming a city, like, people will play with sticks on buckets too, like that kind of vibe. That's kind of the energy that I was getting from what we were hearing in the instrumental. But the thing is, then there would be an acoustic guitar on top that is also scratchy. And if any of you guys are guitar players, you'll know what I'm you know what I'm talking about when I say this. But if you're not, you know, with the acoustic guitar, you can do a whole lot of unique sounds with the body of that instrument. So it's not just like playing the strings, muting the strings, doing rakes, and doing all interesting things just with the strings. You can actually tap on the guitar, use your palm, use your knuckles, use your nails, whatever you really want to use, go for it, because it'll produce a sound. And some of the craziest guitarists out there in the modern era, a lot of flamenco artists have done this too in the past, but the way that music is going, people are just grabbing from all of the worlds and combining it together into their own song and dance. But anyways, the way that it's going now, people are converting the acoustic guitar not only into an instrument that produces melody from the strings, but also a pseudo drum kit. And you could produce something like this that we hear almost entirely just from acoustic guitar. Now, I don't know specifically if that's what's happening here, but I think I could make the case that like 80% or 85% of the instrumental components in this track could be accounted for by an acoustic guitar doing both parts. And it's also worth just considering how, in general, with your own digestion of music, how each instrument fits into the arrangement. Sometimes, like, a piano chord will sound very like lovely and pretty, and it's serving a melodic purpose. Other times I'm hitting that piano hard not for melodic, not for as much of the melodic purpose as I am more the intensity and maybe more of the rhythm. And suddenly there's a world of analysis that you could do within each instrument, and all of a sudden you stack on top of that all of the other components that go on the arranging, the actual songwriting, the overall structure and movement. Then it gets more complicated. And such is life, you can analyze things at a low level, at a high level. There's the whole continuum in between. But what remains true with Geoff, his vocals, his arrangements, they are always so well thought out. At no point in a Geoff Castellucci cover am I thinking, oh man, this sounds kind of mundane or a bit rudimentary. He always finds a way to like tickle that part of my like analytical brain when it comes to whether it's like the voicings of the 5 Geoffs or the interplay of the rhythm and the different Geoffs, or specifically here, the instrumental underneath all of the lush harmony. You could slice it a number of ways and still come away with more nuance. So I'm not going to just talk your ear off endlessly, but those are the main kind of things that stuck out to me from Bad Boy Leroy Brown. I will say, like, in terms of personal preference, I have to give it to Ghost Riders in the Sky. It's just a melody and vibe that matches more of my familiar discography. I think in general, I'm just a bit less of a country listener, though I appreciate so much of the melodies and the nuance in the instrumentation with tracks like this. But if I have to choose one, this is mainly the point, like I'm splitting hairs essentially, I would just defer to the first track, more of a Western style. But please let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, I really hope you enjoyed the reaction, and if you'd like to request one yourself, you can do so by using the first link in the description box below. But thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.